So this van behind us is a Bailey 474?
744.
744. It's our main house now. We live in this van full time. It's a 2019 van, so it's quite new. It's the newest van we've ever had, and we're really happy with it. So in this video, we're going to give you a tour of our brand new home on wheels.
Oh my god, home on wheels. It is the longest, it was the biggest van we've had, so it's about just under 7.5 meters long. It's built on a Peaguot Boxer chassis, so at the front it's a Peaguot Boxer looking van, and at the back you've got the Bailey build. So we'll start with the living space.
Yeah, we'll start front to back.
So, start with here, you've got a little secret compartment to put all your shoes, bits and bobs. I'm about 180 centimetres, so even with this raised floor, I can still stand up comfortably. And one of the things we liked about the van is that it's got so much light coming in from this skylight here, and there's another 1, 2, 3 throughout the van. So there's lots of light that comes in. So this is the main cab. Now obviously the captain seats, they turn round so you can drive. But yeah, it's quite roomy at the front. There's plenty of cup holders, air conditioning only in the cab. Now in our old van we used to have a bed up here, but instead this allows for the skylight. But you do have some storage which has been utilised.
At the moment we've got the fly net up, but show the blind.
Yeah, so this is the fly net, but you can also, because this also folds into a bed, so if people are sleeping here they can also use that.
It's very blackout, and the same with the top one.
You can do that with all the skylights, and also I won't pull them all out. These are the Remis blinds. I think I'm saying that right. We've always wanted these because you don't have to stick them on and pull them off. It's just a headache. But these, you don't have to store them anywhere. You can just slide them along and they clip into place while you're driving. You'd be surprised how much difference it makes not having to keep pulling them on and off all the time every time you want to go somewhere.
On previous vans we had blinds where you had to get outside of the van to put them on, and it was a bit of a hassle, wasn't it? Especially if it's cold or it's early and you can't be bothered to go outside. It's so much easier with the built-in blinds.
But even the ones you have inside that you can just, which we had as well, which most people get, you just stick it on suction cups, but it's such a headache, and then you've got to store them. But these, they're sort of, they just sit there. It's
very compact and doesn't take any room up. But yeah, up here we have the storage, which it's not just teddies. There's also like folding supermarket bags I've got up there, and another supermarket bag up there, so we can grab them when we go. We've got all our little gachas from Thailand and some teddies which Dom hates.
So yeah, and then we've got this table. Now this does, as you can see, it does unclip and come out, and you can fold that away into a cupboard. Yeah, so,
or you can, this bends to shorten the table so that you can lower it onto these ridges and it turns into the bed here. Underneath the table is where we keep all of our electric stuff. We've got our giant battery here with all the chargers and stuff. This is what allows us to be off-grid. This battery lasts ages, a week if we're like constantly on our laptops, but if we're quite frugal it could last ages. I mean, we moved to Thailand for 7 months, left with it on 90%, came back and it was still on 90%, so it's really handy. But yeah, we've got all our stuff under there so that we can access it while we're in the living room.
Yeah, so this is sort of wiped out because under here is just the heater, I think.
Yeah, the water heater and like the boiler.
So there's not really any storage here, but there is plenty of storage above. So in this one we've sort of just got tin stuff, food. Emma's got hairdryer, also Emma's library, endless.
And then knives,
this section is just food,
extra food. But yeah, this wasn't this originally, but I've run out of room in the kitchen bit, so yeah, this has become food storage. I've got hairdryer, pens and like knickknacks, and then yeah, library of stuff and my makeup. There's lots of these little lights which are really good. The lighting in this van is great, and it's got USB chargers on the front and the back, so I normally charge my phone here. And yeah, there's just lots of these little reading lights. But yeah, they're really good. They're adjustable, so you can turn it
Yeah,
on.
they're surprisingly bright when it's dark.
And dim them or have them up. You can't really see because obviously it's not dark, but there's also lots of different lights. We've got two different
So yeah, there's sort of LED
lights up the top.
There's LED strips going all around here and here, so that sort of brightens it up.
Or underneath the cupboard.
And also, yeah, it sort of reaches inside the cupboards.
Yeah, so up here we've just got a mixture of stuff. We've got our podcast microphones, notebooks, iPad, headphones, and just like sewing box, random
And
stuff.
this we normally store like camera or when we're driving, so laptops, things like that, headphones, and then just a box of sort of odds and sods.
Brilliant.
I won't show you too much in depth, but there is some storage here. This is just, we've just got paperwork. There is a little bit more storage that we could squeeze some stuff into.
But it's a bit awkward to access that, so we don't really use it.
It's because we always have the table out, but if you didn't have the table, it would be a lot easier to...
And also these are seat-belted chairs, so you can seat four when you're driving.
With the driver, yeah.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to go into the kitchen. So to start with, we've got our sink here. We've got a 3-ring gas hob. Normally a lot of vans seem to have 2, but this one has 3, which is helpful. And then underneath we've got the gas oven, so it just acts like a normal oven that you'd have at home. I mean, it's a little bit smaller, but you can still do any sort of cooking in there. Like, I reckon you could get a turkey in there if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then here we've got some more storage. It's kind of awkward cupboard, this. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess it's
have to
more
put
designed.
the pan sort of sideways.
I'm guessing that was more designed for tins and things, but we haven't put that. This is our sort of cutlery drawer. We haven't got round to getting a insert yet. And then underneath, we're starting to put pans underneath here because it's a lot easier. Then you've also got the mains
where you turn off
the gas. And then yeah, you've got the fridge with also...
It's quite a big fridge. I mean, we fit a lot in this fridge.
I'd say it's just a standard under-counter fridge that you'd have at home. And then
we've
here,
got a mini freezer.
you've got a freezer which keeps things nice and cold. I've had lots of ice creams in there. And we've also got...
the fridge runs off of like hookup, the battery when you're driving, or you've got gas. So it's quite good that you can run it off of all of these things. And this is just where you adjust the temperature.
So I think they call that a 3-in-1 fridge. So up here we've got like a screen which sort of just shows different parts of the van. So water level, waste level, and internal temperature, and it just shows about how charged our laser battery is and things like that.
Here we've got the sink, which is just a standard stainless steel sink, and we use these to dry our stuff on. But because this rattles a little bit when we drive, it's quite handy to put these drying mats underneath when we're driving, and it just protects it.
And I mean, the kitchen is quite small, but luckily you do have this extension, so it does make a lot of difference if you want to use this for like chopping, or normally it's where we put mats to dry, like washing up, which is good. And we've also got a microwave, which is not something we've had in a van before. Now it does only work when it's plugged in, so we have to be plugged into the mains to use it, but it's still nice to have, and we have used it a fair few times for jacket potatoes. Up here we're just storing our plates and bowls, and there's also a socket for the microwave, just like a normal UK socket.
In here we've got our cups, our coffee stuff, spices, and some tins. And then here is just like taller stuff because there's no second shelf, so keep like olive oil and stuff, and store the kettle when we're driving. And then we have got a nice window here. You need to open the windows
and keep the vent
when you're cooking.
Open.
And we've got 2 sockets here, which is really handy. 2 sockets, 2 light switches. So again, we've got the LEDs up there.
And then under lights here.
And here we've got the control panel for heating, which is really good. It's really easy to just have it hot or set the temperature to whatever you fancy. But yeah, it's really hot right now. Don't need that.
And then behind here we have the bathroom.
This picture is one of my favourite pictures. Laura Callahan is my favourite artist, so yeah, I put her there. Love her.
This sort of blends in with the doors. You just feel like it's a wall, really, with the picture. And then yeah, so this is the shower room / toilet. So we've got a normal cassette toilet here, but it does have an electric flush, which is
go on, show it.
handy. so then you press that, and then that flushes the toilet.
Just electric
And there's
button.
also a light that tells you if it's full or not.
We've got all the toilet rolls stacked at the top.
Yeah, and then you've just got additional storage for bits and bobs in here, which is sort of more than enough. You've got 2 drain holes, which is quite, and then also you've got
so it doesn't flood.
access for heating.
Yeah,
so
this
when
is
it
where
gets
the
cold.
heating comes out, and
And then here is your
a proper
just
shower
like
head.
a shower you'd have at home, really. And then you've got a roof vent if you want to air it out.
for the steam. But then also, yeah, this shower curtain just goes all the way around the top. So yeah, it's really easy to shower in here and not make a mess.
So we do have, as you can see, now that sort of showcases the LEDs at the back
Yeah.
with all the toilet rolls, and then we've got a normal light here. But I mean, normally with just the skylight during the day is enough for light anyway.
And then we've got the rack with all the towels on and just extra stuff.
And you do have 2 shelving units. We normally put the toilet stuff there, so the flush and
but you have to be careful that stuff doesn't fall off of that. So we don't often put stuff there. Oh yeah, and we've got a little towel holder. Oh yeah, next to the bathroom is the first wardrobe, which it needs hanging back on
there's
because the
no-
door is half
2
coming off.
screws have come up, so I have to
But yeah,
put
this is just my wardrobe where I put my stuff.
yeah, it needs to get them screws back on.
And then through here is the
And
bedroom.
they've also got this.
Oh yeah, this is
which
just a
is-
utility cupboard kind of
You
thing.
can store the table head in here, because there's also an extension, so if you have like 6 to 8 people you can extend the table out here. Don't know if you can see that.
But yeah, at the
we've just
moment
shoved
it's extra bedding,
bedding, that's the
blankets,
table
washing,
cloth,
just stuff like that.
make some cleaning stuff.
Cleaning stuff.
So yeah, and this is the bedroom. So here you can have, we don't have a TV, but you could have a 12-volt TV where you've got a 12-volt socket or a normal socket. Got a long sort of mirror, which
yeah,
is
that's really handy actually.
not that I use it too much, but Emma probably gets more use out than I do. So we've got overhead storage, which is quite
Yeah, those are my
needs a bit
clothes,
more
those are Dom's clothes.
organising, I think.
Yeah, they're not very.
On
Yours are a bit more folded.
my side you've got 2 USB sockets, again like a skinny wardrobe here. And then in here is just like a very small shelving unit.
Yeah, we've
This
got
is
our portable power bank from Portable Power Technology.
This is the garage.
Yeah, this is how you can access the garage from the outside.
So
We've just got, this is the Starlink case, we've got levelers,
we've
a
got our
suitcase from Dom.
hose pipe, table, like our camping chairs. We've got a spare wheel in there, 2
Yeah,
suitcases.
It's not massive, but it fits quite a lot in it.
So yeah, and then this pulls out like that, and then if you look over here, same as high in place. So you can see like the mattress sort of
Flips out.
folds, and then you can flip that out, so then it's full.
Yeah, this is like, so it's longer for night time and then put it away in the day.
So that just comes out at like a sort of like a small double. Yeah, so Emma updated these curtains.
You can see what the old ones were. It was just like that. But yeah, I've
And
just
also that
changed.
that was the headboard matched as well.
Yeah, I've
Then
changed the
that.
headboard as well. And there's another Laura Callahan.
Yeah, it's a shame there wasn't some, I guess that's the wheel arch, and there wasn't some kind of storage.
Yeah, the wheel arch is under there. But yeah, we've tried to make it a bit homely with knickknacks. We've got some fake plants. We've got our knickknacks from travels.
Because there still is more storage that you can use along here.
I mean, I haven't secured this, so it slides around all the time when we're driving. And yeah, I've got a little Hello Kitty toy from Japan, which Dom hates.
It just feels like we're in a teddy bear shop.
Yeah.
Another one of them is Laura Callahan pictures that we put up here.
Yeah, this one's all about global warming, as you can probably tell if you take a hard look. But yeah, we've got clothes pegged for coats as well here, and a window that I can't reach, but you need to open that when you cook, otherwise the fire alarm goes off.
Yeah, so these aren't electronics, these are just with a handle, so
Yeah.
you just adjust that, very basic, but minimises things breaking.
And yeah, here I got a bottle opener from Thailand, magnet from
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't use, we've got a lot of magnets, but
Yeah.
you can't use it on this fridge.
It's plastic, it's not magnetic, which sucks. But yeah, that's kind of it, really. So that's kind of it, is it? Yeah. So that is the inside of our van, which we're really, really happy with. We love this van. We found it online when we weren't even in the country, and I flew back specifically to get this van because when we saw it, it was just the perfect layout for us. We've had so many vans, and every time there's been like a compromise or whatever, but this just ticks every single box. Fixed bed, fixed bed.
She's got it. No, but
Fixed
yeah,
bed,
so
captain chairs.
layout is a big thing, but it also has got a lot of amenities. It's got solar panel on the top. It's got the freeway fridge.
Yeah, so we can
plug-in.
use the gas or the electric on the fridge.
But yeah, the fixed island bed it's in that particular layout where it's separated at the back, because some of them are like squeezed in next to the kitchen, and then the bed is facing this way, so then it feels a lot more narrow, but there
Yeah.
it feels a lot more
Separate.
roomy at the back.
Yeah, because we're in this van together, living full time, I feel like it's important to have two different areas in the van where you can spend some time apart, because you don't want to spend every minute together. So
it's good for zoning, so there's sort of like a living space, a kitchen space, and a sleeping space. So.
And another thing that really annoyed me about our last van was it felt so dark, and in here, because there's just all these windows, I mean, I've got half of the windows shut right now because it's so sunny. There's just so much light coming in this van, and it's great. I felt really sort of claustrophobic in the last van because it was just so dark. But yeah, this window makes a massive difference. Also, the blinds are like a really nice little extra. Every single window's got a fly net on it as well. It's got curtains and the just general screen that comes down.
The only thing I would change about if I could would be the garage, because it's quite small. Normally you'll see beds that they've raised at the back, so then it means the garage can be higher. But yeah, it's a shame there wasn't a bit,
I feel like
more
that's
space.
the only thing really. I mean, the bathroom is just the right size, that you don't feel cramped. The one we had before as well, the bathroom just felt very narrow, I feel. But this one is just so spacious, and even when you have a shower, it's so easy to not get everything in the bathroom wet. And just to keep the shower tray wet and everything else remains dry. It's so easy. When you've got such a big van, you do have to worry a bit more about where you're parking and whatnot. We haven't had too much trouble, but when you're near a city or something...
Yeah, that's the only thing now, is having a more expensive van, it's a lot more risk, so I think it's more prone to being broken into, because people think you have more valuables.
Or they want to steal it.
And...
there is a really good alarm on this van, so there's two different settings, and if you saw my storm video, we would have seen that it kept going off in the storm. But yeah, if even anyone moves inside the van, the alarm will go off on a certain setting, or there's a second setting where it's just the outside, if anything opens.
So the doors, windows, things like that, even the garage
any
door.
hatches, But yeah, this is like our full-time house, and you might be wondering, how on earth have you afforded this van?
We won the lottery!
We haven't bought it outright, we've got it on finance. And the way we see it, the UK is so expensive to rent, and what we pay for this monthly, it's like renting a room in the UK. So we are saving a lot on rent, but we've got a vehicle and a house on wheels that we can take anywhere, and yeah, we're really happy with it and can very comfortably live here. I don't feel claustrophobic at all. I can cook what I want. I can have the fridge and use the oven, which was always something that was never really that much of an option in the vans we've had before. There was always compromises, but here it just feels like a tiny flat.
Everything runs on gas, so you can keep the fridge on with gas. We've got refillable gas bottles outside,
so it's really cheap,
which is between 60 to 80 cents a litre, so you can fill that up maybe £10, £20 in the UK,
and it lasts for a month.
It will last a month, so it's a lot cheaper than running a house. And when you've got a flat or a house, you've got to pay council tax, all the other bills and things. The only thing we've got that's probably more expensive is the Starlink.
Yeah, the Starlink means that we can get really high-speed internet from anywhere. We just set it up, put it outside, and it's like a satellite.
But people complimenting the speed on the stream. because it was so good, but it's because
Yeah.
we were in a good
It's
area for
literally
the
better
Starlink.
than the Wi-Fi we had back at home.
Yeah,
in,
fibre optic. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're near loads of trees, which then it can be a bit temperamental. But yeah, the Starlink means that we're super off-grid and we can work from anywhere, get really good access to internet anywhere. We've got the big batteries, which means we can be off-grid as well, plus the solar that recharges the van leisure batteries. So yeah, it's just a really good setup.
And that dog's had enough of our tour.
We're so used to having really old stuff.
Old bangers. So
Our last van was nearly 30 years old, our last motorhome. So
Yeah.
this is super different, having a like a new van where stuff works, and it's just so
and
weird.
you turn up at the park ups and people aren't looking like, ooh.
Yeah, because we used to have like the crustiest van going.
No, well, it wasn't that bad, but it was just old.
Inside it was a bit like, I don't know, it felt a bit dark and dingy in the end, and this just feels so nice. I'm just
Yeah,
so
so any
happy with it.
questions
Oh, we
about-
also have an awning, which we obviously didn't show, but
Yeah.
we're in a car park where it's not really like, we can't really get it out. But yeah, there is a really good awning, and we'll show you it when we're in somewhere that we can get it out, I guess.
Yeah. But
yeah,
on that
we should
note,
probably leave it there.
any questions, let us know in the comments about living in a van or
Yeah.
anything, and see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.